Hi there. Dr. John Whitcomb talking about ketosis. You want to be in it. Why? Well, explains why most people fail at their diet. So it's useful to understand this. Ketosis is when you've switched from burning glucose to burning fat. Here's human physiology at its basic. If you eat supper at 6 o'clock at night, you're going to top off your carbohydrate tank if you eat some carbs. And your glycogen tank, your carbohydrate tank, your glucose tank is about 1,500 calories. And 12 hours later, if you haven't eaten anything for those 12 hours, 6 o'clock in the morning, if you measure the ketones in your blood level will have 0.1 beta-hydroxybutyrate. And your urine will have a little tiny touch of acetoacetate, ACAC. So you are beginning to be in ketosis. So the needle is switching. You've stopped burning carbohydrates and you're switching to burning fat. If you proceed to not eat for the rest of the day, by supper time you'll be about 1. If you do a fast mimicking diet for 5 days in a row, like Longo advises people should do, and eat only 800 calories, 50% fat, less than 8% protein, vegan, your ketones will be 3.5 to 4.5 by day 5. I do it every month. Join me. I'm very accomplished at that. And I don't have trouble getting into it. Why? Well, the reason is when you don't eat there, your body has to stop burning carbohydrates, to which it's gotten habituated, and has to switch over to burning fat. That means the peroxisomes, the little cellular organelles right next to your mitochondria, if you're eating carbs all the time, they aren't populated with the enzymes that can digest and chop up fat to feed into the mitochondria, because that's what the peroxisome's job is, to feed calories into the mitochondria, beta-hydroxybutyrate. And it has to petition the nucleus. The nucleus takes a day or two to actually populate and give those enzymes out to the peroxisomes. That's why people who are carb habituated and simply stop eating will become hypoglycemic, and they don't have the capacity to burn fats. So they become starving hungry. But if you make that little period of time, just instead of having breakfast at 7, for a week you have breakfast at 8, and then for a week at 9, and over a course of a month, you get all the way up to noon. So you go 18 hours without eating. That's called intermittent fasting. And what you're doing is you're living on carbs for the first 12 hours, but for the last 6 hours, you're basically training your body to run on fat. And ketones are starting to show up. And bit by bit, your cells become more competent at switching back and forth. In fact, you've lost an ounce of weight, maybe 2. If you do that every day, every week, you've lost half a pound after a week, and after 2 weeks, you've lost 2 pounds, or a whole pound. That's why intermittent fasting works. And there are many people who tell you that once they get in that habit, they can feel the weight come off. And what you'll see is your blood triglycerides start coming down, which means you have competent functioning peroxisomes. So when you get your triglycerides down below 100, you're successful. You've made it. Congratulations. Easy test to do. You can do on your own. What will work for me? I've been doing that for the last couple of years. I have breakfast. I typically put in a half a tablespoon of coconut oil. Get just a few calories, but it's from oil or fat that doesn't turn on insulin. And so my ketones keep rising. Or you can get some ketone esters and just take a capful of ketone esters and get some energy if you feel woozy. Dr. John Whitcomb for News and Nutrition. You want to be in ketosis. It's good for your brain.